following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Hello and welcome to episode 78 of the Big Yak Podcast. It is I, Mike Pareto, alongside me, as always, Nico Salambenny and Jackson Krebs. Haven't seen you guys in like 2 weeks because of the weather.
Snowed in.
Yeah.
Now it's raining and
it's fog.
It's all flooding. And
Going back to California, this shit's
Yeah, to whoever hasn't, seen the Buffalo weather in the last, couple weeks, month or so, it is probably say a couple of weeks. It has been horrible. Just getting absolutely pounded by snow. At least we don't live down in the south towns like Orchard Park,
So, that's the funny part. So, I live down in Lewiston, and most of the work that I do is in the south towns and around that area. So, I drive out to Amherst, and then from Amherst, I go to, my jobs, and most of them are down in the south towns. And we were still working during, the brunt of it. During, the travel bans and stuff, we were still working. And it's so funny because you're in the south towns, you're just getting absolutely pelted by lake effect snow, and then you get down to Lewiston and it's just grass,
pristine.
Yeah. You see the grass. It's so cool. But
I work in Buffalo, and it was getting.
I really feel for those dudes down in the south.
It's unreal. You're right on the end of. So yeah, I work in Buffalo, and while the storm was coming down, I was sending pictures from the parking lot of just snow and it's white out. My dad sends a picture of Lewiston and there's the sun shining. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's always funny seeing because a lot of dudes that I work with, they're from the south towns, and you'll see their cars in the parking lot. They've got a foot and a half of snow on top of theirs. Then my car pulls in, it's just got the snow that just hit it sitting there. It's so nice.
Yeah. So we didn't have an episode last week. The roads were just way too bad to get into the studio and whatnot, traveling around Niagara Falls. So we decided, just for the safety of everybody, to stay in the house. So moving on to our show, we've had a very eventful last couple weeks with the playoffs.
Bad time for a winter storm to happen.
Bad time for a winter storm to happen.
Bad time to be a Buffalonian.
Bad time to be a Buffalo Bills.
All around.
Buffalo resident fan of anything.
Even if you're not a fan, it's just a shitty time to be around here.
Listen, we got the Bandits, and that's about it.
I've never watched
NLL
the Bandits
champions,
game.
baby.
That's right,
dude.
I've never watched a Bandits
Dane
game.
Smith's a dog.
You should honestly, you need to go to a Bandits game.
Dude. Bandits games are electric.
I played lacrosse one year too, and
we did.
Oh yeah,
we did.
I played with you. And I had my pros and cons about that.
Well, it wasn't the lacrosse we were playing. It's just box lacrosse. It's way more physical.
Oh, there's a different lacrosse?
Yeah, so there's field lacrosse is what we played and we sucked at it.
Right.
And then there's box lacrosse, which is it's literally just like hockey, but with lacrosse rules.
Yeah.
It's super physical. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's literally you can fight. People fight.
Oh, you can fight?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We should go to the game, and the tickets are cheap. It's $20.
Get in there, watch a
And they're
spectacle, watch a gladiator
The
spectacle.
fans are crazy. They got all these chants going on. It's a good time.
I mean, it's probably the same people who would watch the Bills and the Sabres.
I mean, for the most part.
Essentially.
Yeah, Conehead's out there too.
Is he?
Yeah, he sells beers over there.
Do you touch his head?
I want to.
I like Bison's games.
He's my hero.
I mean, I can't wait for some Bison's games.
Classic. The Bison's got the most drip in the AAA.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing when the Bills suck. This is awful. I hate
We're
this.
talking about the Bisons.
We're talking about the Bisons and the Bandits, dude. What's going on here?
Come on. So yeah, let's talk about some of the headlines and current events going around the world, the NFL world. So we weren't here to cover Wild Card Weekend. So essentially, between the two rounds, the Bills, the Texans, the Packers, the Bucks, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Dolphins, the Browns, and the Steelers all eliminated from the playoffs. We are about to hit AFC and NFC Championship weekend, which will be the Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions at the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to get into a little bit of a Bills rant.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the Bills
if you
rant.
want
We've done it
right
five
now,
times this year. It's kind of just beating a dead horse.
That's the saddest thing, too.
My only qualm with the game was the Make-A-Wish Foundation fake punt run with DeMar Hamlin. That is
Disney Channel original movie.
Disney movie.
This isn't a Disney movie.
Go win the game, Lamar.
go
and
be
the
a
dramatic
hero.
music is playing. In the
Go be a hero for the city. Fuck that. Keep
Yeah.
Josh Allen out there.
It
Be
didn't,
smart.
didn't make much sense.
Make
Fourth
Go
and
win
five.
it all, champ.
It's no sense. No sense. Sean McDermott and the special teams coordinator need to be fired yesterday.
Or was it like the flip side where DeMar Hamlin's like, "Put me in, coach. I can do this.
He should have
Let
got
me do
he should have
this."
got punched in his mouth for even requesting that.
I just don't understand the 4th and 5. Like, it's 4th and 5 from your own 30. Game on the line, essentially. It's a 4th quarter. I mean, it's just like.
Dude, Dan Campbell's not even that dumb to make that type of call.
That's some crazy.
That's
Bad shit
Wild,
call.
wild. Thank God I didn't go to that game.
I
Oh
almost-
my goodness.
Almost
Man.
went.
I
I
was
would've been-
watching tickets and then they moved the game. Or no. I'm looking at the Steelers. I was looking at tickets for Sunday's game and it just was too expensive.
I almost
I couldn't warrant
Thank
it.
God I'm poor.
almost
God.
full cent. If Nick Mancari would have came in.
you guys did almost full send.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: is like me and him went to that Tennessee home opener before. Like, he's always the guy that wants to just like, oh, tickets are not that bad, and the tickets are like $300. Oh, home opener, like, oh, all right, like, come on.
No.
So he's always the guy that is like that, and then my ass starts getting convinced, and then
Like, hey, low
persuaded.
key.
Yeah, I'm
ain't
like,
convincing me.
"Hey."
If the tickets are over 150, I'm not going. Not going. I don't care who's in town. I'm not going.
Yeah, so essentially he couldn't go, and then we tried getting my dad to go, and he was like, nah, I'd rather be in the house.
Yeah, good choice. I
So,
could imagine Big Tone at that game.
yeah, saved what, like $300, and they lost anyways.
Not worth it.
So, I really don't have that much to, clown on the Bills about. I'm just,
We're used to it, and that's the saddest thing. Gut punch after gut punch after roundhouse kick after.
Yeah, like, dude, after the game, I didn't even, like, I was mad when Tyler Bass missed the kick. I was mad in the moment. I was mad for, like, a minute 30, maybe 2 minutes at most. And then after that, I kind of just, like, all right.
It's over.
I just didn't talk.
Yeah, it was silent in my house right after he missed the kick.
Yeah, me and my
And it's
brother.
like deep down, we all knew he was gonna miss the kick because
Yeah,
that.
I could feel
yeah.
it. And dude, me and my brother got home from the bar, and we sat in silence and watched funny memes on YouTube to try to uplift our spirits, and it didn't work.
I went right to bed.
I just went
I just
to
laid
bed.
in bed.
I just went to bed.
watch the funny memes on TikTok, not YouTube. YouTube is.
No, we watched them on the big screen in our living room on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube. I don't know. It doesn't get some of the dank ones.
Although
There's some things.
I hate to be that guy that was caught in 4K crying right after. Like, he had to go to his 9 to 5 the next
dude.
day, and he was getting flamed by his coworkers. If he's out there somewhere, like, hit us up. We gotta interview you.
Dude, like, no. I walked into work the next day, and everybody that I work with was absolutely frying him for crying on national television about that. Like,
This is the guy that will pulled his hat down.
Yeah.
and
yeah,
then-
like
oh my.
cartoonish type of cry.
Bass
Look.
Pro Shop, hell yeah. Even if he made it, you never felt good about
Talking,
it.
bro.
I'm sorry.
I thought you stopped talking and then I just read. I'm
Why
sorry.
you reading out loud, man?
What were you saying?
I don't know. I forgot.
I'm sorry.
But no, honestly, there's just a bunch of miscues from the game. Like, I'm not even gonna get in a rant. I'm just gonna list them. Like, in all honesty, AJ Klein shouldn't have been out there.
No.
Dorian Williams should have been out there.
Versus Travis Kelce.
AJ Klein,
In what
AJ
world?
Klein, a man who was not on a team 2 weeks ago, that was getting ready.
He was
that
in his
week-
RV.
That weekend.
He got
He
the
was
call.
going on vacation to Florida or
He was
somewhere.
camping in his RV.
And he's out there covering
You can't make this up.
Travis Kelce. He's out there trying to cover Travis Kelce. Hell no.
Like, at
Hell
least
no.
just give
Hell no.
Dorian
No, sir.
Williams the
No, sir.
shot to do it.
And Rasul Douglas, he was clearly not himself.
No.
That game, he was still favoring his injuries. Kyer Elam, perfectly healthy, active for the game.
Didn't use him.
Didn't touch the field one time. So that's just some of the stuff on defense. Couldn't stop a nosebleed. It was just big play after big play after big play. And the Chiefs never really had a sustained drive. And the one time they tried to have a sustained drive, they ended up punting the ball. So MVS was making plays for them for the first time in all year. Travis Kelce.
I knew it was over when he had
Travis
two
Kelce
contested
is team. I never
He
want
is
to see him.
free
Again.
agent.
I never want to see him again. Stephon Diggs, you've been complaining about not getting the ball in these moments.
You got the ball
You
in
got
that
the
moment.
ball in that moment. That was a perfect ball, right in the bucket. Why'd you jump for that? Why'd you jump for it? And 2, why didn't you catch it? That was a perfect ball.
That was really a pretty ball from Josh Allen.
And that was far. Too.
Yeah.
That was, what was that?
It flipped-
65,
it
70
flipped the
yards?
field. It would have took him from our 30 to their 30.
That was 70 yards. Unreal.
Yeah. It
Deion Dawkins also got absolutely worked by Chris Jones on that missed touchdown to Khalil Shakir. Like, he got absolutely forklifted.
That was did you realize that was the same play that they ran in that same time frame against the Chiefs?
Gabe Davis.
Yep.
To Gabe Davis. Also, yeah, Gabe Davis, get him gone. I want him.
Get him gone.
Get him gone.
See the video of him arguing
This-
with the fans.
This Bills team is going to look a lot different next year.
Oh my goodness.
lot
Yeah, there's
different.
a whole list of free
There's
agents.
there's a whole list of holes to fill and a very, very small bank account.
It's going to be a soft reset. I mean, you got let's be honest here. Yes, they're whatever it is, 46 million over the cap, but one flick of the pen of Josh Allen contract restructure, and that's 23. That's half of your over the debt gone. $23 million saved.
I really wish that out for Von Miller was at the end of this year, but
Diggs can restructure. I think I saw something where it's like you can save $14 million alone by restructuring Diggs.
you're pretty much going to have to, like, every contract extension you pretty much have done in the past year or two, you're going to have to restructure those.
They could possibly release Jordan Poyer or trade Tre'Davious White. You're going to see a lot of pieces that have been staples of this team go away.
Two safety tandem that's been together for 7
Micah Hyde might retire.
7 years. 7 years is that's a long time, especially for two safeties to be playing together.
I would argue this was the best safety tandem that the Bills have ever seen.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's probably one of the better safety tandems on the same team, and they're up there.
Yeah,
they're definitely up there, especially those the year two through 5, dominant. I mean, we wouldn't say dominant, but they were.
I mean, they were a top 3 defense.
They were amazing.
Top 3 pass defense.
Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde will end up on the Wall of Fame.
You think so?
I think so.
That's a take.
I think so. I think Jordan Poyer more than Micah Hyde.
Okay.
And Jordan Poyer's got a hot wife.
Angela, we're not Rachel Bush stands over here.
Oh, you don't like. Oh yeah, she.
I
Does,
mean,
she,
I
she
don't
does,
know.
She does talk a little crazy on Twitter. I muted her. I'm also blocked.
She definitely got muted for sure.
She blocked me.
Yeah, I don't know. She is hot. Okay, I will say she is hot, but
not a good person.
Not a good person. Not a good person.
All right.
I don't know. But just by the way I'm not even gonna get into this.
Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, we're getting into a difficult topic here.
Oh, we're getting there. We're gonna talk about it. Stop commenting about it.
Anything about the Bills? Anything else? Before we move
on to next year.
Same old shit, different day.
Don't do dumb shit next year.
They're not getting any better. They're getting older unless they reset.
Yep. Getting much, much, much older. Hey, Matt Milano's back.
I will say that this season, we have seen some pieces. There are some promising pieces. I will say, like Terrell Bernard. I think is going to be.
Terrell Bernard was an absolute stud.
Just imagine Bernard and Milano on the same defense.
Snub. All-pro snub.
Yeah. We're gonna get Matt Milano back. I'm hoping Tre'Davious White, if he's still on this roster, come back at some.
I don't.
Some percentage of his old self.
I don't think so.
Would you think about? I mean, he's gonna be 30. Would you think about possibly moving him to safety?
No.
I don't know. It's still tough giving his injuries.
He's a man up corner. That's how he was. That's what he came in the league as.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, he's gonna be having almost the same responsibilities and wear and tear on those injuries. It's tough. I don't know. I mean,
he's coming off an ACL last year on one leg and then Achilles on another leg this year.
He didn't really look the same after he came back from the ACL.
Not look like the same player.
He had an interception, and then was it.
I don't know. I've loved Trey White ever since he came in, but sheesh, just the numbers of his contract, and I'm not expecting him to play anywhere near to that contract.
No.
now.
No.
So I mean, if you can find somebody who is willing to trade for him off of name value, which you could probably find somebody to trade.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get much in return. I think at most we probably get fourth, maybe a third, 3 or 4. But
he had a $16 million cap hit right now.
yeah, he ain't playing. He ain't going to be playing up to no 16 mil.
No.
Not a chance.
But yeah, I think like he had a promising year. Bernard, who else? I mean, Christian Benford keeps showing that he's a solid cornerback in this NFL.
Rasul Douglas is gonna be a dog going into the next
Rasul
year.
Douglas, I've always thought has been good, and then he came to Buffalo and continued to be good.
I feel like he elevated when he came to Buffalo.
Yeah,
I feel like he's played better.
yeah. He you know, if it's Douglas and what's his name, Benford to start off the year with Taron Johnson in the slot,
I'm good with that.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I'm good with
But I do think that they need to go out and draft a safety, or sign. If they have the money, they accumulate the money to go and get a top guy.
So so we're losing both of our safeties. Do we still?
Poyer
Is Taylor
for sure,
Rapp? Taylor Rapp.
He's a free agent.
He's a free agent. Never mind. You know who's not a free agent?
Who? Demar.
I'm really hoping
Damar.
that we can fill both those safety spots. That man.
We lost by 3.
Great guy. We did. We lost by 3.
We lost by
Damar.
3.
3's up
He
Three's up for
he gained 3 yards on that fake punt
for Damar.
for Demar.
We did it all for DeMar.
He did it all for Demar.
Free safety free agents. Buda Baker is the top of that list.
We ain't getting him. We ain't affording that.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
You're like
You wanna
trying
add
you're
some
trying
dogs?
To sell me on like Rolls Royces and
we got it.
and shit like that when I got $5,000 in my pocket.
All right, we got Darnell Savage. Darnell Savage might be a starting Bills safety next season.
I could possibly see that.
I could
I
totally
wouldn't
see
be
that.
mad at that.
I could
Tayshaun Gibson is available.
He's a vet.
Yeah?
He's a vet.
Yeah, he's going to be 33 or
Duggar?
34 mid-season.
Duggar.
No.
Is Duggar coming off a?
Kyle Duggar would be a fantastic
Is he coming off of
signing.
Is he coming off contract year with the
Yeah,
Patriots?
he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah.
He's going to be. I mean, traditionally he plays as a strong safety, so you have to see like what they do with Jordan Poyer, but
I just don't think Jordan Poyer's gonna be back.
can bring back Terrell, or not bring back, but bring in another Edmonds brother and Terrell Edmonds. Okay, this is what we're working with. Antoine Winfield Jr.
Hey.
free agent.
We ain't getting him. We ain't getting
Yeah,
him.
we're not getting him.
Hell
A
no.
lot of these guys that you listed sound expensive.
As much as I would love to have an Antoine Winfield Jr. or a Buda Baker, that is
Jeremy Chin, guys. Swing for the fences. Why not?
Yeah. Dude, Terry Pagula better open up that pocketbook for that signing bonus.
Sell a Sabres.
Hey, we're gonna sign you to a 2-year, $500,000 contract. But
I'll take it.
your signing bonus is $50 million out of my pocket.
As long as you win the Super Bowl. I mean, if they could accumulate the money somehow, some way.
I mean, you heard what Brandon Bean said in his postseason, in his end of season.
We're gonna be shopping in
We're
the
shopping
same
in the
stores.
same stores. So you know what that means. We're gonna get a different Trent Sherfield, a different Deontay Hardy, and
Deontay Hardy is still gonna be there.
I thought he was on a 1 year.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get what honestly, like realistically, what's gonna happen is you're gonna see the starting safety of Jordan Poyer and Adrian Amos next year in Bills uniforms.
He's a good vet.
I like Adrian Amos.
He's a good vet.
That was a good vet. That'd be a
I'm
good
I mean,
saying,
I feel
but
like at
it's
this
bargain
point-
bin at this point.
But like my thing is like I still feel like that's just moving laterally.
I feel like at that point we might as well just, if Hyde doesn't retire, you just try to bring him back. I mean, you don't know if he's coming back or not. He's probably gonna go and test the market.
He's gonna test the market. He's gonna not. If he ends up not liking it, he's gonna retire.
It's gonna be Jordan Poyer from last year.
It's gonna be Jordan. I feel like it should be at this point. If Jordan Poyer stays, Jordan Poyer and a rookie, draft somebody, draft a guy.
Yeah.
Agree? Disagree?
What we
Depends
do
who's
need
there
to
at
talk about
20.
is the wide receiver market.
We need to talk about wires. We should talk about the defensive tackle market because right now we are going to have one defensive tackle under contract. Everyone else is gone. Linval Joseph gone. Ponafort gone.
Chris Jones. Easy.
Excuse me.
Simply.
Madden.
Yeah, right.
Simply.
No, the man
DQ.
himself,
DQ. Go.
Austin Johnson.
Oh, you know.
Austin Johnson.
Austin
Dude,
Johnson.
Okay, you know what would be a hilarious, absolutely hilarious signing by the Bills? They're not gonna be able to afford it. But the Bills could do the funniest thing ever and sign Christian Wilkins.
Is he supposed to be a free agent?
Expensive.
Yeah, he
as shit.
is.
He is a free agent. Could you imagine how funny that would be? Because him and Josh just hate each
I'd have
other.
to take the Bills for Hard Knocks at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There's no way.
Have you seen
So
like
expensive.
videos of that man like mic'd up?
Oh yeah.
He's
hilarious.
He's really funny. When he's
I
not,
hate
when
that
he's,
I like kind of enjoy.
he's a
watching
he's
him.
a funny dude. Like he's out of his
When he's not
damn mind. Yeah, when he's not like
touching-
when he's not grabbing Josh's balls in the pile. He does do that. He also I think Josh said he oil checked them
Yeah.
in the last game. Yeah,
I just don't
it
really.
was funny. It was super funny.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, why not grab a guy like Javon Kinlaw?
His market value is 2-year, $10 million. I mean,
I wouldn't be opposed.
Brandon Bean, Sean McDermott, they're known to go after.
First round pick.
build
Top
their
5
trenches.
Pick, right?
Yeah, Javon Kinlaw. He was 14th overall in 2020. Solid time with the 49ers.
There's moments. I feel like that Niners line has just been so oversaturated because they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I feel like you could stick anybody on that D line and it just works for them. Like for years,
Chase Young.
it's been like this for years. But it's been like
Chase
that for-
Young's been making plays.
Chase Young has been making plays. Like it's been like the past like 7 years. Doesn't matter who's on the D line for the 49ers. They will get to the quarterback at least twice in a game.
What's football?
Xavier wants to know what football is.
Oh, football.
If you don't know what football is, you're at the wrong podcast. there,
Football is
Playing soccer.
shocker. Football,
Should we start calling it American Gridiron or?
American Gridiron. Foosball.
I don't even know who Xavier is. What was that?
Oh, I thought you knew him. Oh, nobody knows him.
Cool, brother.
How are you, Xavier? Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, I think it's our boy Atticus.
Oh, is it that?
Oh yeah, probably.
Atticus, is that you? Say something.
I don't know. He's probably not. That's if he's still here. That's if he's still here. This isn't a full comment.
Atticus, say something.
Come on.
Atticus, say something.
Stay on track.
All right, let's move on. Raiders hire Tom Telesco as GM. Panthers hire. I said fire. Hire Dan Morgan as their GM as well.
He's already gone.
He's already gone. Last
I mean, it's the Panthers. He'll probably be gone by week 8. Being realistic.
Titans hire Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan as their head coach. Chargers hire Jim Harbaugh.
That news broke like an hour ago.
That broke.
That's
That's huge.
Like,
That's
I,
it.
I was driving here and I
That's
saw
it.
that.
That's big. That's
It's
it.
gonna go one of two ways. It's gonna
It's
be
either
like
gonna
a
be really good.
fantastic signing, or we're gonna see Urban Meyer 2.0.
Yeah, it's gonna be like it's because like with the Sean Payton with Denver, it's just it could go one or two ways. Right now, it's going the wrong way for Denver, and I mean there's huge upside to Jim Harbaugh signing.
He's
the
got
Chargers.
a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
Debatably.
Yeah, dude, Justin Herbert fans are like the most diehard people ever.
They die on that hill.
Dude, they will die on the hill that Justin Herbert is better than like Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, and it's so funny. Like
He's not.
I respect it. He's not, but I respect it. I respect the hustle. I do. But
He'll get there.
y'all are delusional as shit.
There's a lot of delusional Herbert fans, but I mean, he's taking over a team. You know, the defense is a little scary, outside of their pass rushers and Derwin James, but
Sunday Samuel Jr.
solid. I mean, like, still as a
They have key pieces on defense. Yeah, they have key pieces.
it could be better.
It could be better. I mean,
Could be
they have two premier pass rushers.
Unless one of them
decent-
walks.
Decent corner.
Decent corner. Who's the opposite of Asante Samuel?
Ooh, J.C. Jackson got traded back to the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't even know who this other corner is. I mean, as a cohesive unit, they weren't the greatest. Like,
Well, I think it's just because they had a clown for the head coach.
well, yeah.
They had a
I
dork.
mean,
They had a
Brandon
dork running their
Staley
football team.
was, You know,
But no, Jim Harbaugh, like he's very much established in the NFL and college.
That'd be Michael Davis. That is the opposite corner.
Oh,
Michael
Me.
Davis.
oh.
Michael Davis Pareto.
I don't know. He has a like. They're pretty like going from Brandon Staley to Jim Harbaugh is a gigantic upgrade for the team as a
Well,
whole.
yeah.
They're probably hype. They're gonna. It's all you got to do is buy into what Jim Harbaugh's spitting out, and I feel like they could be successful.
Yeah, I mean, you get
They-
the national championship
Yeah,
winners.
I think they were just sick and tired of Brandon Staley.
What is that face?
You are all over my shit, brother.
Sorry, I'm trying to see what.
It's-
Xavier is saying.
He said he's just covering his eyes.
Okay, so that is Atticus. It has to be. Atticus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I like it.
yeah, no, I think it's a good signing for sure. Good hiring. Dolphins and Vic Fangio part ways.
Just ways.
Part ways. Eagles part ways with both their coordinators.
Should have
Jason
parted away with the head coach.
Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
Should have. Well, somebody's got to be the fall guy.
If you're-
It's always the coordinators before the head coach.
If you're cleaning a house like that, you might as well get rid of that annoying Italian fuck dude. That dude is.
Hey.
I'm not saying.
Hey.
Mike, I'm Italian too. It's
Hey.
funny, but like he has become like last year. He was very like he was likable last year. This year he became the most like insufferable, aggravating.
Yeah, he was like
annoying
Going Hollywood.
childish.
asshole
Going
ever.
Hollywood.
Like when they beat the Chiefs in the regular season, and he's running through the toes. Like, I don't hear you anymore, Chiefs fans. Like,
He
dude,
like flips him
bro,
off too.
Get to the locker room, man.
That's such a cringy video.
And then there's that other video of him. Like they scored on their opening drive against somebody, and they pan to hit. Like there's a camera going in front of him, and he's making this weird face. And he's like nodding at the camera and like following it with the camera, and they end up losing the game. Like
No, the one is
I just have a bad taste in my mouth. For that
in the
guy.
Super Bowl. He was like saying shit.
Yeah,
to
he was
the,
talking shit to the Chiefs sideline, and Jalen Hurts like, calm down.
He had to like,
Calm down,
give him
yeah.
a little check.
He's
reality
cringing
check.
a little bit.
Yeah. So Eagles part ways with both coordinators. Speaking of the Eagles, Jason Kelsey retires.
I don't, so it hasn't. It never came from his mouth that he's retiring. Like it.
He
somebody
like
broke
gave
it.
like a huge speech in the
He, like,
locker
he
room,
hinted at it, but he never said it. Like,
and then Adam Schefter like tweeted
he
it.
just went with it.
Yeah,
But then you go and watch his podcast. He's like,
he's
yeah,
like, I'm done when I say I'm done.
I
Like, he
never said
essentially
that.
pulled a Tom Brady and was
I
like,
never
yeah.
said that.
I mean, I respect it. I mean, you gotta,
I mean, he's still
protect your
he's still
own.
playing at a high level. He's
Yeah, but I mean-
he's one of the best centers in football.
I get it. He has what, about to have 3 kids now.
He has 3.
He's a whole family essentially, right now. I mean, I understand it.
I mean,
Um,
yeah.
3
But-
kids and
He's
I mean,
36 too.
He's starting
right?
to
Yeah.
get that podcast money. He's like, yeah, maybe I don't need to
these
play
endorsement deals
Yeah.
might start equaling contract
I will say
monies.
those videos. I mean, Jason Kelsey's got to be one of the most likable human beings ever. Like after seeing him at the Bills game, he
Oh,
was
that was
he was
hilarious.
he was a man with amongst the people. He was at the tailgates. He was at Pinto Ron's tailgate doing bowling ball shots,
Yep.
eating the food. He's taking his shirt off and chugging beers in the suite. Jumped out of the suite, and then jumped back in. Like he was out there having a ball.
Someone
dude.
said it was like the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park, just learning that they can break containment.
Yeah, dude, he was so like, he's so cool.
But this
he's,
seemed
he's,
like-
he's dope as fuck.
It seemed like it was on his bucket list, but then, as you know, when has Travis Kelsey ever came to Buffalo? Never. I
It's
mean,
been it's been
once
like
in
10
20 in
years.
COVID.
Yeah,
He
but
came in
you're
the
not going to
COVID
go
year.
and do that in COVID.
Yeah,
Was tailgating even allowed? Or no, I don't think
no,
tailgating
there was no
allowed.
one. There was no one
No.
here for that.
Yeah, there was
game.
no one even here.
There was
so
no
I
one there
mean,
for the game.
I mean, maybe there were people out in the parking lot, but
Yeah.
I can't believe that all happened. That was
Oh,
such a,
yep,
this is a fever dream.
that was a good. That was a fun thing to watch.
There's some people who are like,
I hate Taylor Swift. I'm so sick of that. I'm sick of her. Like a lot of people don't think this is good for football. It's so good for football.
well, yeah.
Like you're bringing in a bunch of there are Swifties on Twitter watching Chiefs practice film and talk about Travis
Oh,
Kelsey.
Travie.
They were getting after it on Twitter, They were getting
I
on Bills
will- you
Mafia
know what?
crazy
I'll
after
tell
the
you what.
game, dude.
I'll commend them for catching on so quickly.
Yeah,
They,
dude. They
like,
fucking gripped it, and they
locked
they
in,
ran
went
with
to
it.
work, and took care of business
Yeah.
as fans.
Like, dude, it was like the Taylor Swift thing is so good for football. But like a lot of I get where a lot of football fans are coming from because
Annoying.
it's like
I mean, to me, okay.
every time she goes to a game, it's a horse and pony show. But like, it's a little bit of an overreaction from those people.
I think so too. How different is it than a fan that they find that is kind of like eye-catching, like, and they keep panning back to that one fan over and over throughout the
They
course
only
of
do
the
they
football
really
game.
only do that in college football.
The Chargers fan.
Exactly.
From early in the season.
Exactly, like the Chargers fan, or like these like, or like of course, like obviously, like when you go to the Raiders game, like the big pirate, like they're getting the same amount of screen time as Taylor Swift. So in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah, but they're
are
like,
people
but
just
they're like-
annoyed
they're
because
amongst
it's
the-
Taylor
but they're like
Swift?
amongst the people. She's up in a box, dude.
Well, okay, if I was the most famous pop star in America,
fuck
I would
that.
be in a box too.
Fuck that. Fuck that. It's all just a money grab between those two anyway. They ain't even really together. They tricked all of you. It's a money grab.
That's a hot take.
money grab. Money
At
grab.
this,
Money
at
grab.
this late
I
in the
just think
game,
I just think it's weird that she starts dating one of the most famous football players when she is on tour, so she can get more and more and more. I'm just saying it's weird. It's weird.
You might be on something.
I am.
You might be on
I
something.
100% am.
Packers move on from D coordinator Joe Barry. Jags hire Ryan Nielsen as D coordinator, and Zach Ertz to the Lions.
Bro is ring change. Signing to a team during championship week has to be crazy swing.
That's
ring change.
Diabolical.
that's the Shady McCoy special.
Dude.
Signing
Crazy.
with the Chiefs before
Crazy.
they win the Super Bowl, then signing with the Bucks before they win the Super Bowl. That is the Shady
And
McCoy special.
He ain't do shit for either. of those
LaShawn
teams.
McCoy has 2 rings, and I don't think he played a snap.
He played a couple snaps for the Chiefs. I know that for a fact.
Yep, yeah.
I remember
But
he-
in the Super Bowl,
No,
No.
it was like some Thanksgiving game with Kansas City.
Yeah.
I remember because I remember Travis Kelce shoveled him a ball, and
That
he,
is-
and he started running with it like this, like a loaf of bread.
if I was an
Like,
NFL
shifty
player,
out there.
if I was an NFL player, that would how I want to be my career. That would be how I want my career to go out. Where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna wait until championship
I'm gonna
weekend.
wait till 5 minutes before kickoff.
I mean, it's no different than
Sign.
placing a bet on futures on
No.
championship weekend.
It's not.
Like, okay,
not.
yeah, I'll sign for a deal, and yeah, my parlay is a Super Bowl ring.
Fair enough.
There's,
Fair enough.
I mean,
there's
I'm
no
not
difference.
knocking it.
Yeah.
Like I would.
Good for him.
I think Zach Ertz should. I
I mean, I think out
he
of
already
all
ha-
4
doesn't he
teams,
already
they have
have
the
a-
least odds to win the Super Bowl. So that
doesn't
was
Zach,
an interesting
doesn't
choice.
Zach Ertz already have a ring?
He does, but it's
Hey,
ring chase.
you can never
Yeah,
have
he's
too
got
many.
one
You
with
can
the
never
Eagles.
have too many.
2018.
You can never have too
I
many.
know. I mean, he wasn't, got cut by the Cardinals, mid-season? And then just never really.
It was a mutual parting of ways.
Yeah.
Was the
Because
words.
Trey McBride
They
is.
Trey McBride was going off.
Yeah, they were getting younger, and he wanted to go to a
He wanted
competitor.
to go to a contender and then wait until championship
Man,
weekend. to sign. Waited crazy. But why?
Lurking, but he was lurking.
But like, is he gonna play over Sam Laporta? No.
No. but
I
they
think
might
it's more of like an insurance policy.
Just being
yeah.
be in there.
just being there.
I think Zach Ertz is a pretty damn good insurance
I mean, they run
policy,
2
too.
tight end set. I mean, why not have him out there? Him and
Some
Laporte at
12
the same
personnel,
time.
just change things up right on
That sounds
championship
kinda hot.
weekend. I mean, I'll take Zach Ertz 3 days off of the practice squad over Brock Wright. I mean, to be honest.
True. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see how fast he learns the playbook.
They
Fair,
said Brock Wright was about to be.
It can't be that hard. Dan Campbell wrote it. It's probably written in crayon.
Red crayon.
Red crayon. The red crayon gets the ball.
Did you just say crayon?
Crayon.
Cran?
Crayon.
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 Cran?
That's how it's spelled.
Cran?
Crayon.
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 That's how it's
All right.
spelled.
Cran?
Am I tripping? Now I gotta look this up.
Are you gonna talk to
Crayon.
text to talk?
Crayon ready to eat. Yeah, CRAY.
Oh yeah, it's spelled like crayon.
Crayon.
That's how you pronounce. I'm almost positive that's how it's.
But like think
pronounced.
like take like the word delight. DELIGHT.
Crayon.
Play it. Can you play
Crayon.
it? Does it go?
Oh, I gotta turn my volume up. I'm right. I gotta be.
Crayon.
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 One culture, Nico.
Crayon.
I don't know. I don't know.
Fucking
There's
Our
the
college
there's the
education's
debate
alright.
there's the debate
Idiots.
topic of the week.
idiots.
Is it crayon or crayon? Let us know.
Y'all didn't have Mr. Kudus for English, did you?
I did. No, I did.
Did you fail?
No, I passed
No
flying
way,
colors. I love
dude.
Mr. Kudus.
No way.
Um,
I almost failed Kudus.
wait, all right. So let me ask you this:
What's up?
pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
You say pecan?
Yeah.
No, you're capping.
What do you
That's
say?
cap. It's pecan.
I
Or
say pecan.
actually, yeah, I say pecan.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
I like
This
my
is- this-
apple pie.
It's a California twang that.
No, it's not. It's
He's
just
got
how
that
I
West
fucking-
Coast in
It's
him.
just how I fucking talk.
Trying to think of
Sad, dude.
milk or milk.
Milk.
Okay.
Wolf or woof?
Like,
WOLF.
did you say
Wolf or woof?
wolf?
Okay. All right.
It's not wolf. Wolf is what a dog says.
Trying
Why
to
am I
think-
in English class all of a sudden? Because I pronounced crayon right?
All right.
Hell no.
So let's do a little bit of a playoff recap of divisional weekend. We already talked about the Bills. We don't got to go into that
Yeah.
often.
Let's just have some fun now.
So, Buccaneers lost.
Let's start with wildcard weekend. Like the
Wild
wildcard
card
teams will lose.
Cowboys.
I know you've been waiting 2 weeks to speak your piece.
What if I have been saying who? Okay, who's right?
Allen.
Let's just go with this. Who was right about the Cowboys? Who was right?
Allen?
And
Me in the regular season.
and
Yeah, you had a good playoff take. I'll give you that.
I had a perfect playoff take. The Cowboys suck. I don't care how good they do in the regular season. They could go undefeated. They could have went 17-0 in the regular season, and they still would have lost first round to the Packers.
Mhm.
That coach, that quarterback, aren't going to get it done in Dallas. And I've said it all year.
They lost to the 5th youngest team in NFL history. The Green Bay Packers.
Youngest team in the league this year, too.
The youngest team in the league. No playoff experience. Barely any.
They're getting blown out at one point. Most of the point.
If we're being
the only
honest,
time
it
they
should
weren't
have
getting
been
blown out was during garbage time.
it should have been Lions Packers for the NFC Championship.
Should have been.
That would have been intriguing.
But yeah, Cowboys suck. Moving on.
Speaking of, Packers Niners, how about that Jordan Love interception at the end of the game?
Man.
That boy looked like a prime Brett Favre, dude.
Did
love
you
it.
see the
I
Did you
love
see
it.
the frame by frame of the same throw?
Identical.
It was the same throw.
Identical.
The
That's
ghost
crazy.
of Brett
Dude, I
Favre.
don't understand.
Haunted him.
So Jordan Love throws like Aaron Rodgers, and in that time he made a decision like Brett Favre. He's perfect. He's perfect for this franchise.
Just don't go
They
into.
lost in heartbreaking. They beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. They lost in heartbreaking fashion to the 49ers.
Jets fans are so excited
Literally
for 15 years from now.
every is like it happens all the time. It happens all the time. And Jets fans, in about 20 years, your guy's coming. And he's gonna get hurt. Then he's gonna sign with the Vikings.
And then he's gonna spew some crazy conspiracy shit,
Yeah,
or
he's gonna spew some
do
conspiracy-
something like
Become a criminal.
like a crime
Yeah.
against humanity, and
And then,
probably commit war
and
crimes
then he's
or
gonna
something.
embezzle money from a from a charity fund in Mississippi. Brett Favre's a piece of shit.
I used to love Brett Favre.
I used to
man.
love Brett Favre too, and it turns out he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I wanted to get his jersey. Like,
I had one. Dude, I had a Favre Vikings jersey.
ooh.
Yeah.
I wanted to get like a vintage, like
I used to be a Vikings
hardwood
fan.
classic, not hardwood classic. Mitchell and Ness, like Packers jersey, and then all that stuff started coming out. And I was like, yeah, you can have that. But Jordan Love, that interception was, I don't know what the
It was
hell he
electric.
was thinking. I
It
don't
was
know
electric.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
because
the hell
we
he was
were at
thinking.
we were out at the bar. And we
Yeah.
saw it. We were like everybody was huddled around the TV, and then someone was like, "Damn."
I needed 5 Musgrave yards for $70.
They had two. I
and
mean, they had 2 timeouts. They had a minute on the clock. 2 timeouts.
it was 1st and 10 when he threw
And
that.
1st and 10. That's a gunslinger mentality right there, dude.
That's, I don't know.
I don't even
man.
think they had a check down on that play either. I don't think
No.
anybody was in view
That
on
was
the screen. It was
fuck-
just Jordan
4
Love.
verticals.
It was just Jordan Love, offensive line, defensive line, and then everybody else was 20 yards downfield.
Yeah, that was a
Dre Greenlaw came out of nowhere for that pick too. He wasn't even in the picture. He kind of just like dove like across the picture and made the pick.
It still just was. It's just a crazy decision. 1st and 10, you don't need to do that.
Also, Brock Purdy kind of looked like some shit.
I mean, he's just. I feel like Brock Purdy's just Brock Purdy. I mean,
So-
nothing special. He's just doesn't screw up.
So I saw this. There was a take on Twitter about this. Brock Purdy, Josh Allen. They are like They are contrasts of each other when it comes to winning and losing. When the Bills lose, every media outlet tries to find a way to blame Josh.
I feel like
everyone's
after this loss, though.
There were still people saying that it was on Josh for missing that play to Khalil Shakir. But then you go over to the 49ers. When they win, nothing gets like everyone like takes. No. When they lose, there's no blame towards Brock Purdy because he only loses so much. But he has so many, like he has all these weapons around him. He's never really fully to blame for anything that happens with that team, wins or losses. But no matter what, there's other players that are just under this crazy microscope, even when it's not their fault. And
Yeah, I mean, like Tua,
Brock Purdy privilege.
Lamar Jackson.
Tua sucks.
I can't.
Don't put Tua in the same thing as Lamar.
I'm not trying to, but I'm
Crazy.
just saying, like,
Tua sucks. Tua doesn't get enough criticism.
I don't think he sucks.
Tua doesn't get enough criticism. Maybe that's just me being a hater. I probably am just a hater because I am a hater. But I don't think Tua's the guy in Miami, though.
He's not a guy in Miami.
I don't think
Serious
he's the guy.
conversations are going to need to be had about this Dolphins team and if Tua is the answer for this
I
team.
don't think so.
Because
So
I
many-
think of like a guy like
they have too many good weapons around
Hear me
them,
out.
brother.
Think about a guy like Justin Fields, where you just add that extra piece of dynamic, where all you have to do is get the ball in the vicinity of the playmaker. You don't need a hyper-accurate passer when you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on
Who
the
can just
outside.
run under, just throw it as far as you can, just let them run under it.
So imagine adding a threat of like a really serious dual threat quarterback like Justin
Put
Fields.
Josh Allen on the Dolphins.
Oh my.
Think,
Right, exactly.
think about that. Could you imagine?
No.
Could you imagine like Josh like? You know, better just how about we swap teams except for quarterback? Miami's entire team comes to Buffalo, and we send them all to Miami. And like, dude, Buffalo would go undefeated with two dynamic playmakers like that for wide receiver. Buffalo could damn near go undefeated if that team would stay healthy. One loss, maybe two, at most.
Yeah.
I just don't think Tua's guy. I don't. I do not.
Let's see. Cowboys, lost. Eagles also lost. First round exit.
They didn't just lose that game, Mike.
Yeah.
They got donkey stomped by Baker Mayfield.
And the Bucks.
The Bucks the Bucks torched them. bad.
Yeah.
The
Who else?
49ers broke the Eagles.
Dolphins lost in freezing cold temps. Browns also lost as well to the Houston Texans, and then the Texans lost to Baltimore the next week. So
Inside job.
inside job,
For Cleveland? Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, double agent.
double agent of who?
Bring him out as legend of the
Double-
game next week.
Double agent Joe Flacco.
Um,
Back-to-back pick sixes.
that was
Back-to-back
crazy.
passes. Crazy.
So yeah, I mean, Houston gave Baltimore a good run in the first half, but on the second half it got.
It was all Baltimore that second half.
They,
In all honesty, that game the Texans should have only scored 3 points. You take away that punt return. The only reason they were at double digits because of that punt return. Houston got trounced by the Ravens.
yeah.
I am very excited to see the Ravens Chiefs AFC Championship game though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Real good game. Let's see here. So let's move on to our underdog pick 5. Nico, do you want to get paid?
Oh, I want to get paid. I got my underdog pick 4
You know, pick
today.
4.
Oh yeah, for championship weekend. Let's see. Let's get paid. We are proud to be partnering with Underdog Sports, our favorite place to play fantasy games. Gotta check out the pick'ems. So easy to play, just pick 2 to 5 stats of your favorite players and choose whether they'll go higher or lower. You can 20 times your money by going 5 for 5. Does that sound like fun? Download their app and sign up today using our code BIGYAC. That's BIGYAC.
Big yeah.
To get your first deposit of up to $100 matched. And just so you guys know, it doesn't end with football. It can be used in any. I mean, they have such a wide array of sports. They added so much since
Korean
we first.
baseball, cricket,
They got
rugby.
right now. They have NBA college basketball. College basketball is a new one from when we started with our partnership with Underdog. NHL, NFL, tennis, FIFA, soccer, esports. You can go and gamble on esports.
Bet on those sweaty nerds.
Esports.
Sweaty nerds.
Sweaty nerds.
PGA. What else? They got women's college basketball.
Nope.
Like you want to put down Caitlin Clark, like go right ahead. MMA, basketball. You can do futures with MLB. You can do golf too. You can bet on golf. So there's a whole list of sports to do. Check them out. And yeah, I gotta pick 5.
Let's see what you got.
Let me just pull them up real quick. Where'd they go? Okay. I never know how to operate the like the screen version, the desktop version. All right.
I have one right now. Cooking.
All right. Go cook them.
I'll spit them out real quick. Jameer Gibbs higher than 47.5 rushing yards. It is against San Francisco, but I like Gibbs. You think that's nasty? 47 over 47.
I don't think it's nasty, but it's gonna be close.
Over 47, I can see it.
That's gonna be close.
It is gonna be close. I mean,
It's gonna be
depending
close.
on
if he goes over, it's not gonna be.
It depends how Monty looks too. If David Montgomery, doesn't look too good, I think that Gibbs could get over 47. I mean, essentially 50. I could see it. Zay Flowers higher than 44.5 receiving yards. I think Zay Flowers is great. Again, is the weather in Baltimore supposed to be good? Anybody know?
Probably not.
Probably not. As far as I know, I don't think the weather's supposed to be bad in Baltimore. So, I'm just gonna take him going 44.5. Mark Andrews does come back this week. So depending on how many targets he gets, Zay Flowers is the clear-cut number 1 option throwing the ball. With the injury status of Andrews. I mean, he hasn't played in weeks. So Isaiah Pacheco higher than 63.5 rushing yards. Again, Pacheco is the focal point of this Kansas City offense in my mind. I mean, Patrick Mahomes did his thing against Buffalo's defense, but that Buffalo defense was what's it called?
Ass.
They're ass, but they're beat up to say the least. So 63.5, I could see it. Amon-Ra St. Brown higher than 0.5 receiving touchdowns. He's automatic. I know they're playing San Francisco, but I like it. And then Lamar Jackson higher than 64.5 rushing yards as well.
I can't wait to watch 2 lunatics play football against each other. Roquan Smith and Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh yeah,
Dude. Oh.
Somebody's gonna give each other CTE.
Yeah, CTE will be happening in that game.
Yeah.
All right. I got my pick 4 for the 4 teams playing, although I have 2 Lions on here.
Cheater.
So yeah, I said screw it. I'm pulling out the app and looking at my pick 4 from my phone. So I got Lamar Jackson. Give me higher than 64.5 rushing yards. I don't remember the last time that the Ravens and the Chiefs played, but Chiefs don't do very well against running quarterbacks here. Their run defense is one of the worst in the league. So I think there's an opportunity there for Lamar. Moving on to Patrick Mahomes, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think we'll see at least 2 touchdowns out of Patrick Mahomes this weekend. Moving on, we got a Scorcher bet. This Scorcher bet adds 1.25 to your total. Amon-Ra St. Brown, give me higher 0.5 receiving touchdowns. I think he's due against this San Francisco defense.
He's a baller, dude.
And then finishing off with Jameer Gibbs, higher than 47.5 rushing yards. That's $20 for $250, thanks to that little Scorcher right there.
Scorcher. All right. So that was our underdog take 5 or pick 5, pick 4. Let's go on to take it to the bank.
Only two games.
We'll get
There's 2 games. I got a 4-leg touchdown parlay. One last
Parlay
4-leg parlay of the week. I got 3 games left in the NFL season,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So, got to
4.
do the last time
got
where
Pro
we have
Bowl.
2 games.
Pro Bowl
Yeah, flag football game with Pro Bowl.
Okay,
Can you
sure.
bet on that?
I wish.
Probably.
Probably.
How many dodgeballs can this guy dodge?
All right, give me 4-legger right here, Isaiah Pacheco, anytime touchdown scorer.
Okay.
Give me Lamar Jackson, anytime touchdown scorer.
Okay.
Give me Christian McCaffrey, easy, anytime touchdown scorer.
Automatic.
Lastly, Jameer Gibbs, anytime touchdown scorer. This sits you at plus 1339. Did I cook or what?
I like it. 13.39. Good odds when you. That's good odds when you include a CMC touchdown.
Someone cooked here.
Someone cooked here.
What can I say?
So let's predict these games. Computer is not working currently at the moment, so let me pull up.
I got it. Kansas City Chiefs are 3.5-point underdogs against the Baltimore Ravens. Over/under sitting at 44.5. You can get the Chiefs money line for plus 166. Are you taking it or leaving it?
I'm taking the Ravens money line at minus 1 something.
198 it's at right now.
Well, I might actually move the spread to Ravens minus 6.5.
Whoa, okay.
I think the Ravens are going to win by a touchdown at least.
Really?
I think so.
No,
You saw what they did to the 49ers, right? We all saw that, right? The team that everybody and their mother thought was the dominant force in the NFL, and they beat the piss out of them.
Ravens minus 6.5 is sitting at plus 132 odds.
I like it.
You want to go crazy?
I'm always down to go crazy.
Ravens
nuts.
minus 20.5 plus 750.
Give me that.
Oh my!
Hammer that.
Completely blow out the Chiefs.
No, Ravens are going
The
to.
Bills were the first team all season to go over 21 points against the Chiefs.
Ravens minus 6.5 is going will hit. Yeah, I got the Ravens winning. The overs I feel like the over's definitely going to hit.
44.5 seems low for these two teams. I
Yeah.
mean, 24-27, same score last week.
Yeah.
You're already cracking the over.
It's just so because it feels like the Ravens just casually and quietly dominated the entire season. I don't nobody we really didn't talk that much about the Ravens this year. We
No.
really didn't.
No, we didn't.
A lot of actual media outlets weren't even talking about them.
Quietly took care of business.
Yeah, and they've
Johnny tweet.
yeah,
Johnny.
tweet.
All
What is
since
he,
that
11-1?
Johnny tweet.
11-1 since he tweeted out Johnny, something like that.
Johnny.
Crazy, but yeah, this team has been quietly dominant for all year, and they never really started getting the recognition that they deserved until after they beat the 49ers, and they just beat them.
You
whooped
could
their
put
ass.
this Ravens defense up there with some of the all-time great Ravens defenses.
I mean, probably the greatest Ravens defense since 2000.
Like
I could say that, yeah.
Hamilton, dog. Marlon Humphrey,
They get Marlon Humphrey back this week.
Marlon Humphrey,
He hasn't even been playing.
Yeah.
Roquan Smith, monster, lunatic, out of his goddamn mind. Patrick Queen.
I still can't believe they got him off the Bears.
I don't.
Literally first deal for what he has produced and who he is.
Crazy.
Wasn't it like a third and a fifth, or like a second and a fourth, or something like
I
that?
think it was like a
It
second
was.
and a
It was.
fourth.
It was criminal.
Like a bag
It
of
was
chips
There was
for
no
him.
first round pick.
It
No.
was criminal. It's
Should have
what it
been.
was.
Should have
It was
been a
criminal.
first and more. But
Like that defense is completely stacked. The offense is starting to come to their own with Zay Flowers is emerging as a very talented young wide receiver. Odell can still kind of do it.
he's got the experience in these big games, and I feel like
It's good to have.
you might see some action out of him because of
OBJ.
his experience in the playoffs.
Lamar look.
I like Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely.
So do I, but with
Isaiah
Mark
Likely has
Andrews coming
stepped up.
back,
Yeah.
I
Isaiah
don't know
Likely
what
has
it's
stepped
looking
up
like.
big time for this team.
Listen,
don't know, man.
I think one of the like a power play right here. Like if I wanted to take something to the bank right now, Odell Beckham over 22.5 receiving yards.
Oh, man.
That's sitting at minus 114.
What's his receptions at? 3?
Total receptions is sitting at
2.5.
over 2.5
Yep.
at plus 134. That's all day.
Build a parlay. Throw that in there. Over.
Yeah, get plus odds right in there too.
Yeah, I got Ravens.
I'm going Ravens as well. Same reasons. Kansas City, though, I mean, I could see it, honestly, Kansas City pulling this off, but I think last week was more of a they have Buffalo's number in the playoffs, and Buffalo's defense was decimated. I don't think they'd replicate what they did last week. Give me Ravens. And then Lions, 49ers.
So Lions are 7-point dogs. It's San Francisco -7. Over under set at 50.5. I think I would take Lions +7, but I'm taking 49ers money line.
Jackson.
If the Lions want any chance to win this game, Dan Campbell needs to. The aggressive Dan Campbell needs to be there.
Yeah.
Like the ball.
Big ball side.
Big balls. Big brass balls. He's got to be out for this game because.
The knee biter.
Yeah. You have to bite 2 kneecaps, a jugular, an elbow. You got to
Bite
take a
the
lot
bone.
of chunks out of this team to win. In any world, could it happen? It could. I think that the Lions could beat them. Give me the Lions.
It's this world that he's picking.
Give me the Lions.
It's this world
Give
that
me
he's
it.
picking.
I like it.
All right,
I
so
want it.
Niners, Lions.
Lions, Ravens, Super Bowl. But the script is out, and it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens and the 49ers.
I'm taking Detroit as well.
Wow.
Taking Detroit as well. I was not overly impressed with what I saw from San Francisco last week. I mean,
They didn't look good.
they weren't that dominant. I mean,
They won because of Christian McCaffrey. Let's be real.
what?
They won because of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why they won.
he's
And
him.
they got lucky. They got lucky with that
Interception.
missed kick.
Oh yeah, and that
By
Andrews
Andrews
Carlson
Carlson.
missed kick was big.
Did you see what Matt LaFleur said?
What?
Every time I sent him out there, I just
Oh, he was
Pray.
praying.
close my eyes and pray.
Why would you
Why do
say
you-
that?
If that's the case, cut him.
Cut him, man.
Cut him. if that's your take on your kicker, cut him.
I think his brother is the reason why he has a job, honestly. I mean, Daniel Carson is a solid cooker in the NFL.
Do you guys think Tyler Bass should be cut?
I'm going to say not right now, but I definitely think they need to bring in a guy to
Okay.
compete with them.
I agree. Nico?
No. No, there's too much money. There's too much dead cap
He
involved.
just
with the
signed,
kicker.
yeah, he just
4
signed an
years,
extension.
$20 million.
That's crazy.
20 mil. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the regular season he wasn't
He was.
he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't.
It was definitely a down year all
For
around
him.
for him. But and then you get to the playoffs and you go 2 for.
Yeah, that's a little nasty.
And I mean, everyone has their off. Everyone is off sometimes. At the end of the day, it's a game. It's a game. People were sending death threats to this guy.
Yeah, that's
like
never-
that's just
I feel bad.
that's not acceptable, man. He literally just. He seems like he's like the nicest, like quietest dude ever. Like you never like. I mean, he's a kicker. You don't really see
Big
anything.
Dick Bass.
Yeah, Big Dick Bass. You never really see anything. You never really see him doing anything, and
He's just a kicker.
he's just a kicker. And he goes out there, and he's not the reason. He's not the reason that the Bills lost. You want to send death threats? You know where they should go. I know where they should go. I think we all know where they should go. Let's all say it together on 3. Everyone on 3.
On three?
On 3.
On
we're
three?
just- On 3.
On three?
On 3. We're just gonna say a name that pops into your head. It might not all be the same, but it probably will be. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sean McDermott.
He's on my shit list.
That man should be on the FBI's most wanted list. Dude. He proved to everybody in America that he is a terrorist. That was a terrorist act. That fake punt, terrorist act. It was awful.
Yeah. Anyways,
Sorry.
no more Bills.
No more
I'm
rant.
done with
No
the
more
Bills.
rant. That's
I'm
my
starting
bad.
to
That's my bad.
Get angry.
He's getting angry.
I'm getting angry over here. Give me Lions.
I like it.
I don't know, man. Are we really gonna sit here and let the favorites reach the Super Bowl, the two number 1 seeds?
Not I.
I don't see it. I don't think. Like, listen,
I don't think
everybody's.
I like Brock Purdy. I just don't think I could sit through the media of Brock Purdy, like the media overload of like a Brock Purdy versus
Lamar Jackson.
no, not even that. Like if the Chiefs and the 49ers make it.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god,
will
dude,
cry.
insufferable. I will not be watching TV at all. Dude, that would be the most insufferable shit ever. Taylor Swift, is she gonna be at the game or not? Brock Purdy from zero to hero. Who gives a shit? Not me. Don't care. I want both those teams to fucking lose. I've supported
Ravens Lions would be so much fun.
It'd be
Let's
so
be
much
real
fun,
here.
dude. Oh,
Oh,
so
yeah.
much fun. Oh, so much fun.
That's what we want. If we get it, here's the thing: is like everybody's thinking that the Super Bowl logo, is telltale what the Super Bowls are
I
going to be.
mean,
It's purple and red.
I mean, last year was that weird green that the Eagles wear and the Chiefs color, and then the year before that it was
Rams,
Bengals.
I mean,
It was
the colors are
orange
little-
and
it was orange
It's
and
more
yellow.
red than orange, but
Next year is green and
yellow, right?
it's purple, right?
purple. Yeah, because we're in New Orleans.
Eagles, Ravens,
I could see that.
Eagles, Ravens, or you can go.
Eagles, Packers.
Or you can go.
Or no,
What?
No.
Or you can go.
I just-
You can go if you want to get real weird. You can go Vikings, Dolphins. You can
That's
go.
blue though. That's more blue.
It's seafoam green, aqua,
Is it seafoam green?
aqua. No, it's not seafoam green.
I was gonna say,
Seafoam
it's,
green's
it's
pretty
a,
dark.
It's a blue. Yeah, it's a blue.
I don't know, dude. Like it's a little fishy. It's fishy.
If,
I don't like it.
If it deems
But-
to be true, then the NFL needs to be looked at for being rigged. 3 years in a row.
I mean, but like at the end of the day, like, is anything really gonna come? Like nothing could come of it if it turns
They're
out
the
that it's
biggest.
rigged.
They're the biggest media
it's like-
conglomerate in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, it's literally like even if they weren't the biggest media conglomerate,
I
like,
love watching the.
if
Or
it
I was
was
seeing
rigged,
the graphic where
if it was
it's like.
rigged, there was nothing. There's nothing. There's
Like-
no like binding statement saying, "Oh, this is real."
Top
This is
30
real.
most watched broadcasts in the United States. It's like 27 out of 30 of them are a football game.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird if that,
It's
if
fishy.
it does happen, Ravens, 49ers, and those color schemes are right.
If it is,
weird.
if it turns out that it is scripted, the scriptwriter's gonna have to see me because why?
Throw it in there that's-
why
Get
must
Get a Bills
I-
blue in there. Let's
why
go.
must I
Red
go
blue.
through this pain every year? I don't understand.
Yeah.
And dude, that's just the. I'm
That's
sorry,
going to
the
affect sports betting.
Script
too.
writers are
One more
giggling
thing,
and
one
laughing,
more thing. Dude.
making the Bills lose to another wide right kick.
Exactly. Like the amount of poetry that goes. You can only write that. You
Yeah.
can only write that.
I could write it.
Like that is damn near poetic. Just the way Jim Nantz said wide right. I almost
Right.
He said wide right.
he went wide.
The
Pause for dramatic effect. Right, and I almost threw my drink at the TV.
The most dreaded words in Buffalo.
Dude.
Show its face.
Yeah. So we got.
Well, another
Niners, Lions.
yeah, Niners.
Niners. Gotta
Lions.
go. Someone's got to go Niners. I mean, somebody's got to do it.
No, it has to be.
Hey,
If we all did
hey
Lions,
Joey, what are
then we're
your
just
picks for this weekend?
2 games.
Say Chiefs, and we'll come over there.
Chiefs and Ravens.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Lions Ravens. The fun Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
That's what everybody wants.
Super
The
Bowl.
fun Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's the only man that can save us. I'm just saying. Please, Lamar.
So yeah, that was our ticket to the bank segment. Also, I want to put out there that if anybody wants to do mock drafts, I just got this notification.
The rookies have been imported in
Sleepers have been
Sleeper.
inputted.
Sleepers were inputted.
Yeah, sleepers have been inputted. So, yeah, mock draft season is going to be coming on soon, and fantasy. I mean, when it ends, it feels like it just starts, especially in your
Especially when you're in a dynasty. Oh, yes.
Yes. So, so the rookies have been imported. Before we go, we do have a little announcement that a little announcement.
Some like
little big announcement. It's coming from me and Jackson. So we're just gonna get to the nitty gritty of it.
we're dating. No,
We're dating.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, we're
No.
dating. We're in a hot, steamy relationship. Do you want to go first, or you?
I mean, no, you go. It's
All
your,
right.
this is yours.
So, I've talked to the guys over, the last week, and I've came to a realization that the way that I live, I'm not trying to get all sappy, all this stuff, I'm trying to, keep everything on a positive note. It came to realization that the way that I live my life has been not in the greater good of myself, and I don't have a lot of time for myself. To anybody who's known me, I work full-time at Wegmans. I also work at Crunch. I do photography. It's a growing business, and then I also do the podcast here at Emerge. When we started this podcast, I was just graduated from UB. I didn't really know what was going on. I was just kind of like, podcast, like, hey, like, and it was exciting, and it was like, I didn't have as much responsibilities that I do now. A lot of things have changed since then, and my life has just gotten really, really busy to the point where, like, at the end of the week, I'm just burnt out. And to put things into shorter words, I know I'm kind of rambling. For the time being, I am stepping away from the Big Yak podcast. Maybe down the line, when I have things more figured out, there will be a return. And also to put out there that I'm also number 5 on the Niagara Falls firefighter list, so that is also coming on, soon. So it's just
Congratulations.
Clap,
Yeah.
Joey. Clap right now.
so
Thank you.
It is we're getting to that point of our lives. We're all about to be 25. A lot of more financial responsibilities are coming. Life. I feel like we're only scratching the surface on this life stuff.
Life's coming.
You know what I mean? And so I just can't personally commit to the next season. But hey, if things work out in the the grand scheme of things, and down the road there's a window to return, and I feel like I can do it, then I will. But for right now, the plan is for Nico to have the reins. I have the utmost confidence in Nico. Me and him have been here since the beginning. I wanted to say this now and to tell everybody, weeks prior to the season ending, just so there could be more of like a better transition into the next phases of this. I want this to be, a growing thing. We have a lot of good components here, and we've done a lot, put a lot of work in, time and effort. And so, yeah, Nico will be running things from now on. I'll be here for the next couple weeks until the Super Bowl, a couple more episodes. But yeah, it's life. It's just crazy. I really, want to try to make this work, but I talked it over with my family, and a lot of self-realization is it's tough. So yeah, and I know Jackson has also something that he wants to say as well.
I don't know, but like me and Mike kind of just had like the same realizations, not for the same reasons, but I've been out of the Navy for 6 months. I got out in July, and transitions, it's hard, it's rough, and it's been great coming on to do this stuff with you guys, and I'm really grateful for you guys to have me on. It's been fun. But with my job, I'm out of my house from 6 to I get home at 5 p.m. every day. Wednesdays I usually work longer. I mean, some days I'm not getting home till like 6:30, and then I come right here and I rip the podcast with these guys. It's taken a hit a little bit. Not just this. There's other factors in my life that are not keep me up there, and I feel like I just need to step away so I can get those things figured out. It's been great. I'm super grateful for you guys having me on. It's been a blast. I've loved it. It's been a lot of fun. The laughs, the rants. It's been a good time. The short time that I was here, it was a good time, and I'm so grateful for it. I mean, down the line, once I get stuff figured out, I feel like I should be able to come back on and rejoin the crew. But for right now, I do need, after the Super Bowl, I will also be stepping away. Like Mike said, myself and Mike have full confidence in Nico to keep this thing going. And whether he brings in other people or he does it solo dolo, either way, he will succeed in this, and he will keep growing it from here. For that, I thank you two. Appreciate you helping out, Joey. You're the GOAT. Maranto's been a great guy to know for years. He's been very supportive. But that's what I got to say. And, so after the Super Bowl, I will also be stepping away.
Thank you guys for the votes of confidence. That being said, I will not be stepping away from the Big Yak podcast.
Joey, are you stepping away too, or what? No?
Joey's in it for the long haul. He gave me confirmation. I mean, I've been talking it over with these guys for the past week now. We've been all kind of figuring out what to go and what to do from here. But that being said, this is still my passion. This is still, it's what I went to school for. I went to Syracuse for this, and this is my avenue to keep these skill sets sharp. I'm working full time right now, but I'm at a point in my career where I'm at kind of a crossroads where where the field that I'm in now, is this what I want to spend my life working in, or do I want to continue to see what I can do with the opportunities that are handed to me? And I had always thought about having a solo show at some point in time, but the way the Big Yak podcast was growing, I'm like, I couldn't afford it to myself to do that. So that being said, I will plan to continue to run the show. The Big Yak podcast still stays alive. I'm going to try it to see how it goes with me on my own, preceding the Super Bowl. That being said, though, it's still going to be a football show. It's still going to be all NFL. There's a lot of good content coming up to fill those gaps. And the Spotlight series is around the corner. I've already started to do my research, my spreadsheet going, and get a hold of some of these guys that are declaring for the draft, and talking to them just about their draft preparation, their physical and mental preparedness for that. So that's coming. That's going to be from now to the draft. So we'll be preoccupied with that. I'll be calling on some guests, new and old, to come on and get their thoughts of their teams, get their thoughts of their seasons, moving forward to what's there. And if you guys are in a better spot at some point in the future, be happy to welcome you back in whatever situation that the show is in. But yeah, come. I don't know. Are you guys doing an episode after the Super Bowl, or are you doing a breakdown, or?
Super Bowl breakdown.
Yeah, probably the Wednesday after the Super Bowl.
The Wednesday after the Super Bowl. Mark it in your calendars, because it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Wednesday. It's gonna be Valentine's Day.
Oh.
That might not.
That might not work for either you guys.
That's kind of tough.
That might not work for either y'all.
I might take the week off.
Just have the Super Bowl. Have the girlfriends on, man.
Oh.
Have the ladies on. I'm sure they'd love it.
I already have reservations for the place.
Brother.
Yeah, so I don't know. That one we might have to work out. I don't know.
2/7 might be the last show. So whatever the last show is, point still stands. We're gonna go out with a bang.
Yeah, we still got a couple more shows.
So. We're gonna let the good times roll for at least 2 more weeks and see what goes from there. But like I said, with the turn of the Super Bowl, football season doesn't end, because it's always football season. And that being said, the Big Yak podcast doesn't end. Just gonna be
a little different.
There's gonna be a different kind of vibe to it as I kind of sort out what it's like hosting a show alone. So bear with me. I promise you the good content's coming. I might have lost some of the character with these guys. They bring some sparks to the show, but I promise I'll add some fun to it. So thank you again for the votes of confidence, and I'm
As long as there's some
looking forward
Dak
to see what's
takes, I
going
mean,
on.
I feel like.
Keep that shit to yourself.
I mean, as long as you got those in, I mean, I feel
Have
like
nasty, disgusting things to yourself.
there'll be some. There'll
Unless
be
you're
some
taking
reactions.
he has shitty poo poo butt. Ain't a good take.
It's gonna be a fun off season. I know that for sure.
Yeah. So no more sappiness. This is all for happy times ahead. And so we're gonna end things here for this week. This has been episode 78. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Maranto and Emerge. Thank you, Matt Johnson, BICBP Radio Network.
Thanks, Joey.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Underdog. We'll see you guys next week for episode 79.
Thank you, Dr. Pepper.
Thank you, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. All right. See you guys later. Stay safe. Oh, you almost broke the laptop.